Hey guys, this is Michelle again, and I am providing virtual workout number, I believe this is 16, okay? So we are almost finished, guys. We have a week left after this week, but today's workout is going to be a full body workout using dumbbells for some of the exercises. You have been doing enough of these to where you can determine whether you want to use dumbbells, you want to use a kettlebell, and then the weight. If you've started at 5, you possibly might be at about 8, 10, and so on. If you are 10, 15, just increase. You know, we're going into week 7 now. We're in week 7, so you should be able to feel the difference as far as you're feeling stronger. But with that, we're going to start with a warm-up, and then we'll go through each exercise. Our goal is we have 3 different rounds. There's going to be about 5 exercises in each of these rounds. We're going through each round twice before we move on to the next one. Each exercise is done for 30 seconds with maybe 15 seconds rest in between each of them. And then you're going to go right back into the next exercise. We do that twice, we'll move on to round 2. Okay, so that is our goal. I'm going to be right here with you. So the way we're going to get started with the warm-up is we're going to run in place first. Okay, 30 seconds. So if you have a stopwatch, get that going. If you want to use a Tabata timer, okay, I'm not using that today, but if you want to set up your Tabata timer so you're not messing with the stopwatch, you can certainly do that as well. Okay, so make sure you're getting loose. We're going to be working every part of your body. So right after you're running in place, you're now going to do jumping jacks. Okay, again, you're doing this for 30 seconds. Get that heart rate up there, muscles warm, loose, so we don't pull anything. Prevent that chance of injury. About 5 more seconds. Okay. After that, I really want you, you're standing in place, and I just want you to do elbow to knees. Really drive that knee up. You'll feel that in the core, okay? But keep those arms high and try to get that elbow to knee. Meet in the middle, okay? And I want you to do 10 on each side. I believe I'm at 7. You guys know how I am with my counting. But each of you, do 10. Almost done here. Good, okay? That right there, if you don't feel you're warmed up enough, do one more round. So you would do the running in place again for 30 seconds, jumping jacks, and then your knees to elbows, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and start with the workout. I'm pretty loose. So the first exercise is a wall sit, okay? You're doing a 30-second wall sit. So I'm just gonna go right here, okay, up against my door. And remember, you wanna be parallel to the floor. So 30 seconds, I'm gonna sit in this position. I'm not raising my butt. I don't wanna be up high. You don't wanna get super low because that'll make it really challenging, but you wanna make sure just level with the floor, parallel, just like a chair, okay? You're gonna sit, you've got wall sits for 30 seconds. After this, you're going into squats, okay? So the legs are gonna be burning a little bit, but this will be really good for them. You're gonna be on fire. If you wanna use dumbbells for your squats, do so. If you want to keep it at, that's time right there. If you want to go with just air squats, okay? Remember, about 15 seconds in between to transition and get into the next exercise. So we are now going to do squats for 30 seconds, okay? Get as low as you can. Again, if you want to use dumbbells at the sides, you can certainly do that. Another option, I know some people like to have a heavier dumbbell, one dumbbell, and keep it up front, okay? So you're gonna do squats for 30 seconds. I have my stopwatch going, okay? Keep it up. You got 4 seconds left, and stop, okay? Couple seconds of transition. After that, you're going into a front lunge, okay? All right, and go. Again, if you want dumbbells at the sides, for 30 seconds, you're doing a front lunge, okay? The weights, obviously, are going to add a challenge. They're gonna help strengthen along with building that endurance. So I would recommend you do, but If you're still not there and you're just doing body work, body weight, that's perfectly fine too, okay? After the front lunges, we're gonna do a deadlift. You do need dumbbells for this, okay? That's time. Give yourself a few seconds, okay? Again, if you're using a Tabata timer, awesome. Okay, if not, I have my stopwatch going, okay? And here we go, the deadlift, okay? For 30 seconds. Remember to keep your back straight, okay? You should really feel that. Your butt, hamstrings. Really pull as you come up, okay? Squeeze when you come up, okay? I have to keep looking at my watch. That's time right there, okay? So that was 30 seconds. We'll give you some time. After this, you're gonna go into high knees, okay? And after the high knees, we go through that round again, okay? Here we go, ready? 30 seconds. Get those knees up as high as you can. So here's the other thing to think about. I did that first round really without weights. I didn't use weights on the lunges, squats. I'm gonna change that second round, okay? Maybe I used it as more of a warm-up, kind of gauge where I was at. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and use weights on my second round before we move on to, and time. Before we move on to the second round. So we're going to, I'm saying rounds. I hope I'm not confusing you. So, okay, we're gonna start that all over again. Okay, so this is the first superset. I should say a superset, and then we'll move on to superset number 2. So superset number 1, second time around. Wall sits again, and go. Okay, so maybe your legs are burning right now after going through that first round. When you're done with the wall sits, shake them out before you get into your squat, okay? If you need to shake them out while we're in this position, you don't think you're gonna make it the 30 seconds, just stand up, shake them out, and get back into your wall sit position. We only have 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, little breather. Then we're gonna go into squats, okay? So I'm gonna keep the dumbbells. I'm gonna use 2 instead of the 1, okay? So, ready, and go, okay? So we're here. I'm keeping dumbbells at the side. Keep that core tight. Really make sure breathing through this. And again, the heavier the weight, the more of a challenge it's going to be. It's gonna be really good. So keep it up. Remember, after the squats, we're going right into front lunges. If you don't need the 15 seconds in between, honestly, don't do it. Just go right into the exercise. That's time right there, okay? So for instance, I'm gonna give you a few seconds if you're following me right now, but we're gonna go right into the lunges. If you wanna go ahead of me, you already know this first superset, okay? Go 30 seconds. Okay, and after this, we have our deadlift. The next superset is gonna be upper body exercises. You probably want lighter weight than what you're using right now, and that's time. Might have gone a little longer, but so next one is the deadlift. But what I was saying is we're gonna do lateral raises, front raises. You might want to use a lighter weight to protect the shoulders. Okay, so next one. Oh, I just lost my stopwatch. All right, ready, and go. Into your deadlifts. Remember, keep the back straight. This is actually one of my favorite exercises. I love deadlifts until you start throwing the big plates on there. That's a little harder, but feels super good on the hamstrings, especially after days of running. It really stretches them out. One more second and stop, okay? After the deadlift, again, we're going into high knees. Okay, ready, and go. 30 seconds. Okay, so the first exercise of the next one, we'll take a little breather and we'll start superset number 2. It'll be front raises. So you'll need dumbbells to do front raises. 15 seconds left. We're gonna do a chest press. So you can do the chest press on the floor or on a bench if you have a bench. Okay, we'll do lateral raises, shoulder presses. So those are the exercises that are coming up. And stop. Okay, get your breather. Get a drink. Okay, so I have my bench. We're doing superset number 2 now. Okay, we just got through superset number 1, 2 rounds. Now here's the other thing I'm going to tell you. We do have 3 supersets, 2 rounds each. If you feel like you can do a third and you want to do a third, I tell you guys that every time. Everyone is different. See where your fitness level is at and where you can go with it. So we're moving on. If you want to do a third set and then you can catch up to us, do a third set, a third round. But we're going to move on now. Upper body, we're doing chest press first, okay? So I have my dumbbells. I'm going to go chest press. You can do this on the floor. If you don't have a flat bench to work out on, you can definitely do these, okay? So we're going 30 seconds on a chest press as well, okay? So, ready, and go. Make sure you're breathing, inhale, exhale, okay? I have light weights right now, so I'm able to do more reps in that 30 seconds. If I were to go heavier, obviously I'm gonna have fewer reps, but really build that strength. Right now I'm building endurance. I'm getting stronger, but I'm also building that endurance for my upper body, okay? I'm stopping, you keep going, okay? I'm gonna check the time since I'm using my stopwatch. That's time right there, okay? The next exercise is you know what? It was supposed to be front raises, but that's okay. So chest press, okay? Now we're gonna do front raises. So this is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to hit front raise first because I wanted to talk about it before we go. So we did chest press, now we're doing front raise. Make sure it's not super heavy because what you're going to be doing, it is alternating, and you're going to be doing front raise right there. So if it's super heavy, it's going to be hard and you're going to start to feel that in the shoulders, and we want to make sure that we're keeping those shoulders healthy, okay? So we're going to start that one. Anything from 10, 8, 5s, okay? 15, some of you might be able to do that, but just be aware and make sure that you're taking care of those shoulders, okay? So 30 seconds. Front raises, go. Make sure you're breathing through this. Right after the front raises, you're gonna go into lateral raises. And that one will be even lighter. In fact, I am gonna grab lighter weight just for the shoulders, especially after an upper body workout earlier today. I wanna make sure I'm taking care of my shoulders, okay? So that right there is 30 seconds, okay? Now I'm gonna grab lighter weights, hang on. These are 8s, okay? I had the 10s earlier. So the lateral raise, okay? Make sure you have enough room, okay? And you are right there, okay? Making sure you're not going up there. We're not doing flies. Okay, not yet. That'll be in the next round. But you're going to do a shoulder raise, lateral raise, okay? All right, ready? And go, okay? So up for 30 seconds. It's not a real fast movement because you're really trying to strengthen those shoulders. After the lateral raise, we're gonna have shoulder presses. Those will be seated. You can stand up and do them, but I'll show you 2 variations of that, okay? And that is time right there, okay? So I'm gonna set these down. Okay, so shoulder press, you can either do seated, and even if your bench has a back support, perfect, because it'll support the back. But what you're doing for 30 seconds is right here, okay? Or you can stand and do them right there like that, okay? So 30 seconds, shoulder raise, and go. Overhead presses. Shoulders popping. Make sure you're breathing through. Good job, guys. Keep it going. I have to keep track of time. Okay, 4 more seconds. 1 more. And stop. Good. Okay. So that was the overhead. And then to finish this round up, or superset, we have jumping jacks for 30 seconds. So make sure you have room and go. Again, if you want to do a, oh, actually we're moving on, yep, second round, right after this. We have 8 seconds. And stop. Went a little over, guys, sorry about that. Okay, catch your breath. We're gonna go through one more time, okay? So, if that first time you felt that your weights were not heavy enough, then go grab another set. Or if you're really feeling the shoulders, get a lighter set to work with. But we're gonna go again. So front raise, instead of chest press, we're gonna start with front raise, okay? I started with chest press and you can keep it that way, but I'm gonna, just to give the shoulders a break, we're going front raise. "30 seconds. And then we'll do a chest press, and then we'll go to lateral raises, okay? Almost there, guys. 1 more second. And stop, okay? Now we're going into our chest press. Ready, and go. Again, you can do this one on the floor too if you don't have a bench. I have to check my watch, guys. Okay, you keep going. You have 3 seconds left, 2 and 1. Okay, stop. Now, lateral raise. Okay, again, really protect those shoulders. Okay, so lateral raise and go. Oop, I'm stopping. You're probably wondering why I'm using my stopwatch and not a Tabata counter. My son actually, I keep the Tabata on my iPad. And my son took it to school today for a project. So, didn't know that. I forgot, actually, until I started recording. Getting ready to record this for you guys. Realized my Tabata counter is gone. But that's okay. This will work. You guys know what is expected, what to do, and you have your own. And stop. Okay? Now, we have shoulders. Okay? So, overhead. Either seated, I did standing last time, I'm gonna sit this time to demonstrate both. Okay, ready, and go. Almost there. Check my watch. Okay, we have 8 seconds left. And time. Sorry, going a little longer. Okay, so Jumping jacks is what we have left. And then we'll move on to superset 3, 30 seconds. The reason we throw the jumping jacks in there and we did high knees, get that heart rate up there, just like a HIIT workout. Tabata, I really want to focus on strength training with this one. I know, especially boot camp, we love those HIIT workouts. They're so good for you, but we like to have a variety as well. And stop. Okay, get your breather. We're gonna start superset number 3. If you wanna go a third round, go ahead and do that and then catch up to us, okay? So in the next exercises, we're gonna do a snatch, curl, okay? Rows and reverse flies. And then we'll do a cardio one at the end, okay? So the first one is going to be a snatch. So you can use 10 pounds. Give yourself some room. I'm gonna move this bench back. Okay, 30 seconds. You're gonna alternate hands. So quick demonstration before I start the clock. There, switch hands, and there, okay? You're doing 30 seconds of that. Ready? And go. So there, switch it. The heavier the dumbbell, you really wanna use your power to get that up above your head. So make sure those hips, glutes, you're really driving that dumbbell up. So you're not just using your upper body to get that weight up. Again, so if you've got those 20 pounders, and stop. And you wanna make sure you really are using your lower body to snatch that dumbbell up there, okay? Now, bicep curls. Okay, ready, and go. So here. After this, you're doing rows. Good job, guys. Okay, really working those biceps. Notice how I twist a little bit. So I'm not going straight up and down. I am twisting. So I can cover both. That's stop right there. When I twist, I'm working both heads of the bicep. So to twist, back down, twist, okay? So that's a good movement to use when you're doing the bicep curls, okay? Next you have rows. Bent over rows, okay? Ready? And go. So I'm here and just to the side, right here. Lift up, squeeze. Now I want to make sure I'm not up right here because then I'm working the traps. I want to work my back. Right there. Okay, after the rows, we're going to have reverse flies. So you're going to be in the same position. And you might start to feel this. I have to check. You keep going. Okay, I'm going to check my watch and stop. So in that same position for the next exercise, you're doing reverse flies. So you're going to be in this position here. Okay, and those dumbbells are coming back. You're squeezing the shoulder blades. Ready, go. Just like that. I'll turn so you can see that. The biggest thing, I just want to make sure I can look at the time. You have 10 seconds left. Making sure, squeeze the shoulder blades, okay? So if you're in that position, you want to squeeze, okay? And stop, okay? After the reverse flies, you're now going to have step-ups. You can do step-ups on a bench, a chair, a box, steps. If you don't have any of those things, use the steps. If you have steps at home, you're going 30 seconds with or without dumbbells. If you are nervous about balance, a little worried, then don't use dumbbells. But if you're okay with the dumbbells, we're going to use the bench right here, okay? And for 30 seconds, you're up and down on the bench, okay? Ready? And go. So just alternate it. So I go here, and then I'm right, and then I'm left. I like to alternate it just to change it up. You don't have to. If you want to keep going the same direction for the 30 seconds, and then change it the next time, the second round, you certainly can, okay? Get a bench or box that isn't too high for you, okay? And stop. Okay, catch your breath. We're gonna go through that one more time. So I want a bench where I'm not really struggling to get my leg over it or on it. You don't wanna have to straddle it. So you wanna make sure that nice, easy movement up and down while you're maintaining the weights in your hands, the dumbbells. One more round, guys. We're gonna go one more round, and then we're done, unless you want to continue and do a third round, okay? So here we go. We're gonna start with the snatch again. 30 seconds, and go. Remember, use that power. The heavier your dumbbell is, switch them at the bottom so you're working both sides. Five seconds. And stop. Good. Now you have curls. Again, make sure you get a doable weight. Okay, and go. Make sure you're inhaling, exhaling. I'm gonna check, you keep going. I'm gonna check the time and stop, okay? Now we have our back rows. I'm not gonna give you much of a breather this time. Ready? And go. Remember, squeeze. The other thing about when you go with heavier weights, your grip starts to get a little more challenging because the forearms, the muscles in that area start to burn. Okay, I'm gonna check my time. You keep going. 5, all right, 3, 2, 1, and stop. So your forearms start to burn a little bit, and it makes that grip, the heavier you're lifting, a little more challenging. So you really have to focus on keeping that grip. Now we have reverse flies. Okay, ready? And go. Okay, remember you're here. Keep it going. I'm gonna check my watch. You guys keep going. Keep it going. You have 8 seconds. And stop. Okay, so all we have left are the step ups. Okay, again, we talked about how high, make sure you're comfortable with it. Okay, it's your last one. Ready, and go. So here's what it looks like if I don't switch it up. Maybe I just do 5 on one side and then switch it. Okay. Now I'm leading with my left, up and down. Fully extend when you get to the top, and then back down. You keep going. You have 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, so if you want to do a third round, go ahead and do that. If not, that completes today's workout. Okay, what I'd like for you to do now, go through the stretching routine. I've taken you guys through, stretching out your hip flexors, your glutes, anything where you feel those movements, the squats, step ups may have really tightened that area up, or you're just sore, tight, shaking. But make sure you take the time to get your heart rate back down. Make sure that you loosen, get everything loosened up because it could be super tight right now from the lifting. Hydrate, get your protein, and enjoy the workout, guys. You're almost done. You are almost finished with this Start Strong challenge. stay strong, challenge, and you guys have a good one. Thanks again.